you're taking that sample stream and you're splitting it into like odd and even or every other buffer. So what you basically do is you fill up one buffer and you say, okay, start with that. And then while that buffer is going, you fill in the other one. And then while this one's going, you fill that one in again. And that what that means is that you like ping pong between the two. And so like it gives you, if you find something that like it doesn't play well, what you do is you make those buffers larger so that you have more time to fill in the other one while you're at it. So yeah, so what will happen for the PIO or the pacing timer is that it will tell the DMA, hey, I need a new sample. The PIO has its own buffer of 4 or 8 samples. So we'll have some timing slop there as well. Whether we want 4 or 8 is actually up to us. But yeah, that's like the ping pong buffers themselves is not that hard, but the problem is that we have this system where we're like getting the sample buffer from something else, like the mixer, and potentially what we have to do is we have to convert that format of the mixer into the format that we're going to actually produce, or that we actually need to copy things over, which I think is pretty straightforward for the I2S case, but it's going to be more difficult for the PWM because we're going to do like 10-bit. So we actually need to be able to like do some math as we fill in those buffers, and that should be shared. So that's the tricky bit. The tricky bit is the DMA and the keeping the buffers full with the format that they need to output to whatever they're outputting to. So let's just go over this. Folknology says, can we use the SIO in the stream? The SIO is just like writing directly to the IO. I don't think we need to. You don't want to. Sed says, have you got a DMA buffer size limit? Essentially, no. A lot of this system was designed for like a CMD21 where we only have 300 or 32K of RAM. So like the buffers are allocated on the CircuitPython heap. So that depends on, like, that will influence it. And the RP2040 has more RAM. So like you're just going to be able to make those buffers bigger, which would be really helpful. The DMA on the RP2040 has the ability to do ring as well, which basically means that like